This next play is called The Appropriate Response to an Introduction by Sibyl Courey.
Well, here we are. The end of another day at this high school. I'm here. I'm alone. As usual. It's just how I want it. I don't have to get attached to any of them. Just finish all this nonsense and get out of here.
Greetings.
Huh?
Hello.
Hi.
Activate log. Subject encountered. Subject number 47. Human.
What are you doing?
I'm initiating social contact.
Oh, right. I'm Bob.
I'm Hannah Green. I have been informed that this is a common human name. What is your favorite color?
My favorite color?
I have been informed that humans often choose a specific color to become particularly attached to.
I guess we do. Red?
What is your favorite food?
I don't really know. Pizza, I guess.
Tell me your opinion on the current atmospheric state.
What?
How's the weather?
It's fine, I guess. Why are you asking me all these questions?
My brain is full of the human conversational topic called small talk. How was your day?
It was like usual.
That answer is unuseful to me.
I'm sorry.
I woke up, consumed breakfast, and attended school for 6.5 hours.
So did I.
Now I am waiting for my mommy to come pick me up.
Your mommy? What are you, 6?
I am 6 months and 17 days old.
Wait, what?
How long ago were you first activated?
Are you asking me how old I am?
Affirmative.
I'm 16.
16 months?
No, 16 years.
16 years? And are you still required to attend school?
Believe me, I'm not exactly happy about it.
Why do you express negativity about the process of learning?
I just don't really get why I have to learn all this stuff about, like, the history of this place that has nothing to do with me.
Learning about a world other than your own can be quite fascinating.
Yeah, it's not just the learning, really, it's this whole place. I sort of feel like nobody really knows who I am here.
Those in my current vicinity are unaware of my true nature as well.
You really think I don't know you're a robot?
I am an android!
Oh, sorry.
How did you know?
Seriously? I thought you guys were supposed to have superior mental speed or whatever.
Have you encountered other androids before?
Maybe.
This is unexpected. Perhaps human technology is far more advanced than Mommy expected. This may change our research greatly.
You're researching humans?
Affirmative.
With your mom?
I perform the tasks that she is less suited to.
What are those?
I have been created to appear as a human so that I can observe humans in their natural habitat. I am meant to observe and assimilate information on human behavioral and psychological processes, whereas she is more determined to investigate their physiological being. With the limited information from my mother's home planet, as well as Earth databases, my name is Hannah Green to freak people out less rather than introducing myself by my official designator, Human Girl 34.
34.
I am the 34th attempt for my mother creating a acceptable automaton.
Oh,
I don't understand my official designation.
I think it's pretty straightforward.
It conveys inaccurate information.
I see. Is there anybody else from your planet here besides you and your mom?
Negative. Most beings from my mother's planet find human beings very uninteresting.
Good to hear.
They're more interested in investigating the Cleotins.
Cleotins?
The Cleotins are a race of individuals who are native to the fourth planet from our sun in our solar system. They have the ability to shapeshift into nearly any being. Researchers from my mother's home planet are interested in harnessing this ability for strategic advantage. They perform experiments on Cleotins who have taken up residence in my home planet. My mother is less interested in pursuing strategic advantage and decided to explore other planets. She has created me to assist her, and that is what I do.
I'm sorry, they're doing what to the Cleotins?
I have not been informed as to the nature of the experiments. That information is not made public, and my mother was not informed as to them either.
Well, on your planet, they'll do anything for science, right?
What do you know about my planet?
Nothing. Nothing. I mean, Isu is pretty well known throughout the whole galaxy for their scientific discoveries and whatnot.
Not here. I didn't mention anything about his suit.
I have to go.
Do you wish to terminate our conversation?
No! Yes. Yes, I do. You haven't really said anything here today to exactly boost my confidence that you can keep a secret, and I don't mind. Ow! What was that for?
I had extracted DNA for analysis.
I didn't say you could do that.
You are not human, and my communications with you are useless to my mother's research.
Look, human or not, I know enough about humans to know that humans don't go around taking DNA from each other. Humans talk to each other.
Well, I am not human. I'm 34. And you are a Cleotin!
You're right, I am.
It is useless to state that which we both already know.
So I suppose you're gonna take me home to your mommy now so she can dissect me?
I have already told you, my mommy is not interested in researching Cleotins. If she were, she could have stayed on Isu, but she came here.
My name's not Bob.
I could have assumed as much. It's not a Cleotin name.
My name is Courey.
Nice to meet you. It is the appropriate response to an introduction.
Right.
You're a Cleotin?
Yeah.
So you're a shapeshifter.
Yes.
And you chose this form?
No. Well, yes, I did, I guess. Just for one day and somehow got stuck. I don't even know how that happened.
You don't know.
Look, you try to remember all the rules of shape-shifting when you're stuck on a planet you've never been to before, alright?
I remember everything perfectly as long as my memory circuits are fully functioning.
Well, good for you. Anyway, as far as I know, I'm the only Cleotin here, so if I want to find someone who can help me, I have to get back home.
Can you not go back the same way you arrived?
No, I crash landed here.
Your piloting skills must be pretty insufficient.
Look, I wasn't old enough for pilot lessons, alright? I was in an escape pod, it was an emergency.
The fact still remains that your inability to pilot a spacecraft greatly inhibits your likelihood of escaping this planet.
Yeah, not having a functioning spacecraft will also do that.
Well, that is not a cause for concern.
Isn't it?
My mother has a fully functioning spacecraft.
And she'd be fine with giving me a ride, will she?
Negative. She would not consent to interrupting her research, and she has no plans of leaving this planet in the next several years.
And what's your point?
I am capable of piloting a spacecraft such as the type my mother is in possession of. If I conduct enough research to her satisfaction, she may permit me to take the spacecraft and return you to your planetary home.
That would take a while. Are you sure she would be alright with letting you use it for that long?
As I said, she has no intention of leaving in the near future.
Can you do that for me?
Well, it wouldn't be solely for your benefit. I would have much to gain from this situation as well.
You would?
Well, human behavior in psychology is fascinating, it's true. But I have spent my entire life to this date on this planet. And androids, such as myself, have a lifespan of up to 5 years at most, before they have to be upgraded, at which point I would cease to exist in my present state. And since my creator is primarily a biologist and not an engineer, my lifespan may be much shorter, and I may not retain my memories.
I'm sorry.
Do not be. I merely wish to see other places. It is a goal of which my mother would be very proud.
I'm sure she would. Thank you.
Of course, if I am to transport you home using my mother's spacecraft, she would likely want to be acquainted with you first.
She would, huh?
I have never brought an individual home who was not a test subject before.
You don't have any friends here?
I have initiated contact with 46 individuals before yourself, but all of them terminated our conversation rather rapidly. The interview portion of my research on human interaction has produced little data, other than that my presence causes most humans to be rather uncomfortable.
Does that bother you?
Well, it prevents me from collecting the necessary data and performing the tasks that allow my existence here on Earth, if that's what you mean.
That's not exactly what I meant, but I can go with that.
Do you have any friends on this planet?
Well, that's a little complicated. Where is your mother, anyway?
She is likely working and has forgotten to retrieve me. If she does not arrive, I will send a message with my internal communicator and remind her that she needs to come and get me.
Does that happen a lot?
Mother is very committed to her research, and I am merely a tool to be used towards that end.
Well, you don't have to be.
What are you saying?
I mean, it's like you said before. You don't want to be stuck here with your mom for the rest of your life. You want to go do your own research, right?
Do you have friends on this planet?
Like I said, that's a little complicated. Have you been recording this?
Affirmative. Although since you are not human, my reporting of this interaction is not specifically useful towards my research. I will terminate the recording. Terminate log. Send the following message to contact 1. Mommy, this is HG34. Please come and retrieve me at your earliest convenience. Terminate message. You were saying?